Hello, Podium listeners. This is Adjoa Andoh here. I'm going to answer some spotlight questions for you. What is my favourite childhood memory? Lying in a field in the Cotswolds, which is the sort of West Country countryside, deep countryside, cows and sheep countryside, in my childhood, being about 5 or 6, I would think. Lying in the long grass in the early summer with buttercups all around me, bees buzzing, sun shining, and looking up into the sky from the grass and watching the clouds in the blue, blue sky. That's my favourite childhood memory. What was it like to be part of Bridgerton, one of Netflix's most watched original series to date? Yeah, we've just been beaten by the Squid People. But hey, we may resurge because we are currently filming season 2. Well, what's it been like? It's been fantastic. It's been extraordinarily surprising. We knew it was good. We didn't think it was going to be watched by 82 million households in the first 28 days. It'll be the most watched show on Netflix at that time. But I think what's been most lovely for me is during the middle of quite a difficult international period for us all during the pandemic, it was a show that was inclusive, all-embracing. You could watch it if you loved a right royal costume drama. You could watch it if you wanted to have a will they, won't they romance narrative. You could watch it if you were a woman who perhaps had ideas that you might want to be more than a homemaker and have babies. That you might want to have other choices for your life. You could watch it if you were gay. You could watch it if you're a person of colour. I don't think we will ever see a costume drama, certainly not set in Britain, that will have no people of colour in it ever again. So for me, that's the major game changer. It's not a documentary. It's a historical fiction. It's full of fun and joy. But Queen Charlotte was a mixed-race woman, and finally we see an iteration that acknowledges the presence of a whole variety of people of colour in Britain in that period of time in the early 1800s. That's quite a long answer, wasn't it? Right. What more are you wanting from your career right now? I'm too exhausted to want anything more from my career right now. We're busy still filming season 2. We have had announced that there's an origin series coming that Shonda Rhimes is writing called Queen Charlotte. It's about the lives of Queen Charlotte, as you might suspect from the title, about Lady Danbury, that's me, when she was younger, and Lady Bridgerton, that's the mother of the Bridgertons. Queen Charlotte played by Golda Rochevelle, me, Adjoa Andoh, and Ruth Gemmell, who plays Lady Bridgerton. So that's exciting. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll be going into season 3. So I don't think there's any space for anything else for my career right now. I'm also developing other TV series ideas with some lovely production companies, and I have some theatre directing projects on the go, some more Shakespeare, and other things, some theatre stage things that I want to be doing, and maybe a novel. So quite a lot, but not right now. What do I do to prepare for a performance? Is it different when acting versus voice acting? Well, you need your voice for both. So there is always voice preparation to do. Your voice is a muscle like every other muscle in your body, and it has to be warmed up, stretched, exercised, and taken good care of. So just as you might, warm your muscles before you went for a run, you need to warm and expand your vocal muscles before you work. You need to get your articulation going, so you'll do some vocal exercises, the sort of things like, oh, what to do today, a minute or two to do, those sort of voice things. I will do some singing because that also opens the voice. I will do lots of yawning to open the back of the throat. And if I've got different accents to do, I will prep them as well. If I'm doing acting with my whole body and not just my voice, although of course voice acting is quite physical as well, I will do the equivalent stretching and warming with my whole body and not just my vocal cords. Okay, what piece of advice would I give to my younger self? Is there any other career you quite like? You sure you want to do acting? There could be other things that might be better. It's the advice I give to all young people when I'm directing or teaching. If there is another job that you would prefer to do, go and do that, because acting is brutal, unkind, and you will be unemployed a lot of the time. However, if it is your calling, if it speaks to your heart, if there is nothing else that you would get lost in the same way, then buckle up, baby, because you're in for a bumpy ride. But if it's your heart's desire, always follow your heart. Okay. And if you are going to do it, learn your lines, be on time, be nice to the person you consider the lowliest rung on the ladder, because that's just decent human behaviour. And one day, it is the law, they will be your producer and they will remember if you were horrible. Okay, what's next? What's my favourite food? Well, you could ask my children. I eat a lot of cheese straight out of the packet. Cheese, I love cheese. Almonds. If they could make a vegan cheese that didn't taste disgusting, I might become a vegan. I'm vegetarian now, but I'm not holding my breath on that front. I also love a good sherry trifle, heavy on the sherry, heavy on the cream, heavy on the custard. Do I have a surprise talent? Other than my voice and acting, of course, for. If so, what is it? I don't have I'm not particularly talented at anything, frankly. I can milk cows by hand. I haven't done it for a long time, so maybe I can't. So maybe the surprise would be I no longer even have that talent. But once upon a time, I could milk cows by hand. It's the glory of growing up in cow and sheep country. What would be the theme song of my life? It would be Sam Cooke's Change Is Gonna Come. Who would I pick to narrate my autobiography? Well, the voice that I'm most in love with when I listen to radio drama, etc., is weirdly Ruth Gemmell, who plays Lady Bridgerton. I have loved her voice for years before I even knew who she was. She does a lot of radio, and I listen to a lot of radio drama and readings. And so when I first met Ruth Gemmell, just listening to her voice made the top of my head feel a bit tickly. So she's not a black woman. I don't care. She's Ruth Gemmell. She's fabulous. I'd have her. And if not her, I would have Anna Massey. I don't know if she's very old or if she has already passed on. Dame Anna Massey. Oh my days, that woman's voice. Anna Massey is in my head when I want to be warm but authoritative. Look her up. Anna Massey. Right, what's one of my superstitions? Well, I have all the theatrical superstitions. You know, if you say the Scottish play, the name of the Scottish play, the Shakespearean Scottish play, on stage, you have to turn left 3 times. You have to swear and spit. It's the law. Well, thank you for listening. I've banged on for long enough. I will release you. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the Podium books that we are all busy making, and I hope they give you some pleasure and maybe a little respite from the vicissitudes and stresses and strains of life. Take care.